We take care of our bodies, we know that. About 80 to 90% of the programs in organizations, be it healthcare or otherwise, are built a lot around the physical well-being, which is super important, by the way. Doing exercise is great for the mind, all right, as is sleep, as is nutrition.
Have a data, it's up to 40%, that's huge in fact, of clients who state that they think they're in the wrong body, they're confused, they dress up as the opposite sex, and they ask professional or parents, am I transgender, am I stuck in the wrong body, etc.
Kids are so focused on the gaming, they'd rather game, play the games, than study for exams, go to school. I get at least 4 calls a year from people who've dropped out of CEGEP or university because of some of their behavioral addictions.
What strikes you when you look at this grid? There are 100 emotions here. You've experienced all of these emotions. Do you think you've labeled them all when you were experiencing them? No, of course not. Me neither. What we know, research tells us, this is very, very clear in research, is that when we're in the high intensity, emotions tend to dictate our actions.
Looking at the interest mindfulness is generating everywhere I go. It has nothing to do with me, obviously. It has to do with every time we put up on mindfulness, there's people more and more curious about it. Stress levels are where they've never been before. We own, Mindspace has clinics. We see about 1,000 clients a month. More and more, younger and younger clients coming in, as you guys know. It's, stress and anxiety is hitting the younger generation, it's hitting the older generation. I'm seeing it in the boardrooms. It's all over the place.
I explain to them, let's say there's male and there's female. And I do a kind of an odomite, like a circle. And I say, put the arrow, where do you fit in? And sometimes they're like, I'm not really male or female. Can I be in between? And then I say, maybe this is gender neutral. And I have some clients lately who told me, am I allowed to be gender neutral? So that means that I don't have to be a transgender. I said, good, you understood. So it takes usually weeks and weeks of sessions. But eventually they get it, that it's not because you don't fully fit in the male stereotype characteristics that necessarily you are a transgender. That would be a mistake. So that's up to 40% of this flexibility. So that's very interesting.
People with autism can have difficulties with social interaction and communication. But we have found that many of these students who have trouble expressing themselves in day-to-day life come out of their shell when given the chance to perform on stage.
We haven't developed this reflex. We haven't developed the reflex yet of taking care of our brains. I'd put quite a few bucks on the table to say that in the next few years, this will be normal stuff.
And finally, to say goodbye, I would like to quote Jack Kornfield, who says, "If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete." And on that, I would like to say thank you so much and have a wonderful day.